Okay, the recording is in progress for BUSN 1430. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to share the screen. I got so many screens up, but I'm going to share the screen so you can see that. First, I want to just wanted you to see that. Let me see which screen is sharing. What do you see on your screen?
I see the instructor center.
Good, good. That's what I want. So you see the instructor center. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my courses. So you'll see where you're in desktop.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me click on the link for desktop. And what you will see, I'm on my side, I'm the instructor, but what you will see, I don't have time to watch the recording. Right now you'll see that this is the PowerPoint, and I think you all are working on this week is chapter 6. Because see, I didn't, because you missed chapters 2 and 5.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're on chapter 6. And so with chapter 6, what you're going to do, you're going to make sure you can read the textbook by clicking this link right here.
Mm-hmm.
It says read, anytime you see read the module and complete activities, you click on the link above. And you read. And you can click on, yeah, this is the actual lab that you're going to be doing. But
Okay.
You go through and read all the assignments from the beginning. Here we go. I clicked on that link on there. And so you can scroll down and click on whatever to read each one. But when you scroll all the way down, when you finish doing all of that, you do just this assignment here. What you got to do is go into PowerPoint. Because see, you're not going to be able, or publisher or whatever you're using, you go into PowerPoint and do what they say in PowerPoint.
Okay.
And then you will save your PowerPoint file. And then let me show you how to upload in Blackboard. We'll go in as a student. Move this. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna go in as a student. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let's see, as a student. In Blackboard. Oh, I'm in the wrong class. Okay. So when I go in as a student, you'll be able to see, here I go.
Get out. I'm sorry. I got cats.
Oh, course content. And then when you go in and you click on this link, you'll be able to access the Cengage there.
Okay.
Okay, but when you go on the module 2, oh, the light went out because it thinks I'm no motion. You go on the module 2, you will go in and click on the drop box, and you will go in and click on browse your computer or whatever and find your file and click open. So I'm gonna go and make up, pretend like I'm open. Click open and it attaches the file right there, your PowerPoint.
Okay.
This is not a PowerPoint, this is just a regular file. So I'm gonna do not attach because I want to make sure you know that you have to upload a PowerPoint or a publisher document. Let me find a PowerPoint for you so I can just practice. So I go in and find a PowerPoint. There's my PowerPoint, just make believe. And you see how the PowerPoint is showing right there?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you will click submit. So I went to browse, locate your file that you saved from a PowerPoint file. You're gonna save to whatever you're gonna save it to. And you will click save and go back and get it and upload by clicking browse my computer. And then you click on that and say open, and then see I'm attached. You can attach as many files. The only file you need to attach is your PowerPoint. And then don't forget, you got to do part 2. Part 2 got to be in Word document.
Okay.
Part 2 is always in a Word document, unless they tell you what to do. Let me go back to Cengage. Part 2, you made several decisions while creating the presentation in this assignment. What content to include, how to format the Word documents. And so they ask you a question, what was the rationale? You're gonna type your answer in Word.
In Word. Then
Yes.
upload it to the Dropbox.
And then put it in the Dropbox before you click submit.
Okay.
But you gotta go back, it says with chapter 6, do the PowerPoint and make sure you save it as that file name. Do you have access to Cengage still?
I should, because I had your class before, but do I have to pay for another code?
You know what? You got to be in the class to get into Cengage.
Okay.
I believe it. I'm not sure because you've been going through Blackboard, right? To go to the link, right?
Yeah, the link from Cengage usually be in Blackboard.
So you got to, you know what? You got to go in Blackboard because that's where the course is and you'll be lost trying to find it. You got to go in to Blackboard. And so I already sent her an email telling her that, you know, my dean, because I'm gonna be out of the office, remember? And so I'm just telling the dean that, hey, you need to be added back in.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you know how to upload now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. And so when you go to you just remember, this is in the lab is what you got to do. And you got to do part 1 and part 2. Part 1 and part 2. And then when you get the publisher, I'm glad we're on this anyway. You go to publisher. You got to do chapter 1. Publisher. So I wish the other students were in session, but they did not attend. And so with publisher, you will go to chapter 1 module and click on creating. And anytime it says read, you click on that, that link. And so you can always go back at, this is the assignment you got to do in publisher. I wonder if they're telling you, it says the flyer, include a reference to Facebook, you gotta follow all those steps.
Okay.
Follow the steps that they tell you. The address and all of that. And then in part 2, you got to answer the questions in Word. So you're gonna upload, you gotta upload 2 documents before clicking submit. If you click submit before uploading part 2, it won't go in. You gotta do both before you do submit. So don't do submit until you get both of them uploaded. By clicking browse and go and find your file, upload, click open, and then go back and find your other file, click open. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
That's something else. I sure hate they're not in the session. Nobody in there. Okay, let me go back to Blackboard. But yes, as a student, yeah, you would need to go in and do the steps. Course content, you go back as a student so you can see. Go to module 2, 5, and 6, and you will read. You don't, the data files are already out there on the Cengage, aren't they? Yeah, let me tell you what the data files are.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I'm going fast, but at least you know how to upload.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, when I go to, let's go to welcome to your course. You see welcome to your course? You would click on download data file. And then you will download them to your computer. And to do that, you will go and look for, this is the PowerPoint one for module 1 through 3, I guess. And then when you get ready to do 5 and 6, you do that one.
Okay.
Yeah, now publisher does not have any files at all, but they got modules. Let's see. I didn't see any. See, it says ENA.
Yes, ma'am.
So I clicked on the one for publisher modules just to look at it, but there, PowerPoint got it. So you just go to the modules 1 through 11 and open them up and then save them. Copy them all and put them in a file.
Okay.
Yeah, publisher, okay, data file for publisher. Yep, here we go. Remember, see, apply your knowledge, expand your knowledge. You can practice those if you want. Yeah, so you will go to click on the one that says for 1 through 3. Here we go. Publisher modules 1 through 3. I mean 1 through 11. Right over here, you will click on this one. So data files is under where?
You said which files?
Data, your data files. Where did I go?
You went to then you go to course. You went to
Yep.
Senegal?
The welcome course.
Courses.
Welcome to your course.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see download data file.
Downloads. Yep.
And you will
And
get
when
your
you go
files
into there,
downloaded.
your Microsoft Word files and the PowerPoint files gonna be in there.
You
The
want to
publisher.
select,
The
when you
publisher.
click on it, when you click on it, you scroll down and look for the one that we're doing in this class is PowerPoint. Those are your data files. And you scroll down and look for publisher. Those are your data files. PowerPoint and publisher. You go into a blank Word document to type in your question and your answers.
Okay.
So you see publisher and PowerPoint. That's what we're doing in this class. That other ones like Word and Excel and Access, that's for another class.
Okay.
So I went on to welcome to your course to get the data files. Now, if you want to practice, you can practice too with those data files that they give you. So see right now, that's module 6. That's for chapter 6. Module 6 is chapter 6. Module 5 is chapter 5 PowerPoint. We're dealing with, dealing with PowerPoint now. So module 6 PowerPoint is under chapters, the data files for that. So you know how to download data files. All of that I have in the step-by-step instructions. Because you can click here, Ms. Henderson.
Yes, ma'am.
You can click here too, where it says data files by application. You can just click this one.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Yeah, and just go straight to your PowerPoint, or you can scroll down and look for your publisher. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Just click on the link and then click on whichever module you're working on in your text, your ebook, textbook.
Yeah, I'm glad I did this because I was kind of confused.
Yeah, and then go to your desktop publishing. Go to your desktop publishing textbook. Well, you can't get in there, can you?
No, ma'am.
Well, go to your desktop publishing projected schedule so you can keep up with what you're doing.
Okay. Yeah, I have my project running schedule.
Yeah, keep your projected schedule. Because see, I would not be able to help you. You can get help from Miss Betty. Let me give you her number. You
Okay.
ready?
Oh, 1 minute. Okay, I'm ready.
It's 229
229.
430 2862.
Okay.
And then her email is B as in Betty, B again for Bryant, and then just RYANT. So B Bryant at albanytech.edu.
So it's B Bryant at albanytech.edu?
Yes. If you see student, you won't get her.
Okay.
So you got that. So ask her for help. She'll be able to help you once they put you back in the class.
Okay.
So that was that helpful?
I sort of kind of think I got it because I was really confused on that about that when I first
Yeah, but
started.
once you do your PowerPoint is not going to look just like the training. Your PowerPoint going to look like what they tell you to do on part 1.
Okay.
You were saving and upload. Whatever they tell you to do in part 1. And then after that, look at your projected schedule. You got to do chapter 1 publisher. And they may want you to do it from scratch. So whenever you see the link for chapter, right now you're doing chapter 6, you go where it says read and click on the link right above. And you're gonna do what is inside this here thing, just what you're gonna do.
Yeah, okay.
But in the lab for chapter 6, design and create a presentation about traveling safety with technology. You're gonna design a PowerPoint about it and you're gonna follow their instructions. In part 2, you're gonna answer the questions in Word. You might wanna do a screenshot. You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
The screenshot, and then that's part 2. So do a screenshot
Hold
of
on,
that.
let me screenshot it one more time.
Okay.
Okay, I did.
There, do it again where you can see part 1
Yeah,
and
I see
part
part
2.
1, yeah, okay.
Part 1 and part 2 together.
Let me blow it up. Okay, I have it.
What you got to do for chapter 6, and then the next one is going to be over chapter 1 next week. But this Sunday, chapter 6 is due.
Okay.
But you need to get in the course because see, tomorrow is Friday, and we're gonna be closed Friday and Monday. So what I'm gonna do now, if you can't get it in by this Sunday, when you do get back in the course, send an email of your assignment. And let me tell you what you need to do. Send an email of your assignment to twest@albanytech.edu. Copy Miss Betty B. Bryant at albanytech.edu.
Okay.
And copy somebody else. L. Stevens. L is in Lisa. S is in Sam. T is in Tom. E. P is in Paul. H is in Harry. E. N is in Nancy. S is in Sam at albanytech.edu. You're going to put all 3 of us in that email. And say,
Let me get my pen.
all 3 of us got to be in that email now. Because that's the supervisor, Ms. Stevens, need to know that you submitting your work once she adds you back in the course. So you're gonna email all 3 of us.
Can you give me the last email?
That's L is in Lisa, S is in Sam, T is in Tom, E, P is in Paul, H is in Harry, E, N is in Nancy, S is in Sam, at albanytech.edu. And you got B. Bryant, and you got mine, T. West at Albany Tech. And so make sure all of us at Albany Tech, so you can make sure that everybody get that assignment because you were not added back in the class on time. And that's what you need to put in the email. I was waiting to be added, reinstated back into the course. Here's my assignment that was due, chapter 6 PowerPoint that was due on September 5th. I'll put that in the email.
So you want me to email chapter 6 PowerPoint, this part 1 right here and part 2?
Yep, both of them email it.
Can you scroll down a little bit with part 2 again so I can screenshot it? Oh, that was it. Okay.
And that's what you got to turn in, them 2 documents, Word and PowerPoint.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, does that help you?
It does. It helped a lot.
Okay, now this is what you need to remember now. According to start here, your projected schedule, I'm gonna open it up so you can see that you don't want to get behind. Can you see the projected schedule?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it went away. What happened to it? Oh, I know what I gotta do. Do you see? What do you see on the share?
I see the project learning schedule.
Okay, projected learning schedule. Okay, I'm scrolling. Okay, I'm scrolling now. You see, that's chapter 6, PowerPoint, right there. Let me zoom.
I just see the hold on, I can't.
Can you see?
Yeah, I can see it, but I just see the first paragraph. I don't see chapter 6.
Okay, wait. Do you see it?
Yes, I see it now.
Now that's chapter 6. Now, here's chapter 1 gonna be due September the 12th. Then you got chapter 2 gonna be due on September the 9th. Okay, then chapter 3 gonna be due on September 26th. Then your midterm exam is October the 3rd. The last day to drop the class is October the 11th. Okay, and then your library assignment is due on October the 10th. And I'm gonna go in and show you what the rubric, I'm gonna put that out there on the blackboard, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Rubric for the library report. And a sample report, because I gotta get off this thing soon. Now, this is another thing you're gonna need. You're going to need the research articles for your PowerPoint that you're gonna be doing it, and that is due for your final. You're gonna look for articles. You got a chapter 4 that's due on October 17th. Then chapter 5 is due on October 24th. Chapter 6 due October 31st. And then your rough draft of your PowerPoint that you're going to be doing is going to be worked on November 7th. You're going to submit it on November 14th. Don't forget, every week your discussions are due.
Yes, ma'am.
And then your final PowerPoint presentation. Now your PowerPoint presentation instructions are out there on Blackboard. You're going to be looking at those PowerPoints on the chapter 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8 on how to create those documents, those things to add to your PowerPoint. Because the instructions.
And that's the presentation, adding those certain things to my PowerPoint slide.
Yep. And so that's what that's about. You read to work on that. Now let me show you something. Let me do something else. I need to find it on can't do it. Let me show you something else. This is a sample library report I'm getting ready to bring up. Okay, let me share. This is a sample report. Do you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Sample report on your work ethics assignment. You're gonna be doing your work ethics report on work ethics for the global. You know, it's your title will be out there on your projected schedule. You got to have an introduction, double space your paragraphs, and you got your side heading, and then you got your conclusion. And don't forget, your references got to be on the next page. You only need 3 references. You see these 3 references? Put your page number. And so I put down on the sample, I put down that it was not in alphabetical, it's in alphabetical order, but it wasn't APA format. You need 3 references. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me see if I can find another document for you to know what you need to do. Transitional, okay? You need to know how to do transitional. Transitional expressions, that means it helps you get your train of thought across. Like, for example, and when you're showing contrast, I'm gonna put them on the start here. I'll put it on the start here, transitional expressions. That's a lot of information to know for your report, right?
And then where did you go in there to get that?
I'm gonna put it on the start here because it's not there yet.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Now your rubric, let me do that. Find the rubric real quick. Your rubric is going to be for your work ethics assignment. Okay, let me do that, because I know my next session starts at 4 o'clock. I've been so busy with all these sessions. Okay.
You do
let
it
me
one
go
by
back.
one?
Huh?
You do it one by one?
Yep. And so let me go in and share the screen. What do you see?
I see the rubric.
You still see it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Library assignment.
On the rubric, you need to have the topic title name. So you can get excellent on that. Get 20 points if you know the topic, which I gave y'all. It's going to be out there. Evidence of quality of work. I'm going to put that rubric out there on the start here as well. Got to be excellent. No grammatical or spelling errors. Then you got to have internal citations and references. And internal citation means you're going to give the author credit. What did I just say?
You said for the
internal citation. What am I going to do? Give the author credit. So you're going to put down, according to so and this author, name, and then give him credit.
you talk about the
So yeah,
person where I got the references from?
Yes, you're gonna put their last name and their year at the end of the sentence. You can look at my sample report, okay, when I put it out there. Organization of paper, and don't forget your side heading gonna be a conclusion for your conclusion paragraph, and then your references. So I'm gonna be grading you all on this, based on that rubric. I'm gonna put it out there.
Okay.
Any questions? Because I gotta go to my next.
And ma'am, just work on presentate the chapter 6 presentation in Word and send it to the emails you gave me.
Yeah, that's it. Because you're gonna need to know that and send that to, like I said, Ms. Betty, me, and my supervisor for PowerPoint chapter 6.
Okay.
Just chapter 6, and then you're doing your publishing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna post these documents out there on the start here. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, I gotta go to my next session. I got 4 minutes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for your help, Ms. West.
You're welcome. Like I say, follow up on Tuesday when they come back to work, because I'm not gonna be here. Send an email to L. Stevens
Okay.
to make sure she adds you back in the course.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you and have a good one.
Thank you.
Mhm.